back to my channel. This is Rosalind Jukic, and I am so excited to share something with you today. I have been tagged by a creator in her comments, and so I was challenged to create a video about that. This is small creator tag, and I'm really excited to be included in this. Several homeschooling channels that I've just started to follow, I've noticed that they had this small creator tag, and I was like, oh, I'd love to do that. And yay, I got included. So here's my video for that. So I'm going to explain to you a little bit about that. There are some questions that I'm going to answer that were asked, and so I took notes because I'm totally a nerd that way. And I'm also old, so if I don't write it down, it just doesn't happen. If I don't write it down, it doesn't even exist. So, so here we go. I got tagged from Devin from the Egan family, and I'm so excited because I've been following her channel. She's a homeschooling mom too, and I love just following their homeschooling journey and all of the advice that she puts out and everything. So if you need a new homeschooling channel to follow, definitely go follow the Egan family. I know you're going to just absolutely love her channel just like I do. So let's get started on the questions. All right, so here we go. The first question is, what made you want to start YouTube? Okay, this question. First of all, I've been on YouTube for forever. And my very first videos that I uploaded, which you will not see because I think they're unlisted or maybe even privated. And they were just basically videos of our son. This was before I had 2 kids. And I would upload the videos there to be able to share with my family since we live overseas. So we are, you know, thousands of miles away from family. And so I could just send them a link. And so that was really how I began uploading videos to YouTube. Then as I moved my blog, by the way, if you don't know, I am a blogger too. And so I'll leave a link to my blog in the comments. But as I began blogging, as I began to be more serious about blogging, I moved my blog really from being like a hobby to being more of something serious. As I began doing more video style Bible studies, then I would upload my videos there. I also did Periscope, which got uploaded there. But to be really honest, like YouTube in that time for me wasn't its own separate platform. It was very much an extension of my blog. And so videos that I would upload to YouTube would get embedded in my blog. And it's only really been in the past couple of months, maybe 3 months, that I began to look at YouTube as a whole separate platform away from my blog. So what really got me started was with serious YouTubing, right? So taking it away from all of my previous stuff that's been there for a few years, and, you know, up to where I am now, where it's not a part of my podcast. That is not even, I'm not podcasting anymore. And it's not really a part of my blog. It's something totally separate. Was realizing that my blog is really about Bible study, but I have so many more parts of my life, right? I'm a homeschooling mom. You know, I do keto. So, you know, I've been keto for a while. So I do recipes and things like that, advice for keto. There are so many other parts to me that don't do well on my blog. They don't really fit there, but they do fit here. So that's when I began to see YouTube as a totally different opportunity away from my blog. So that's the long answer to that. Those of you who know me in real life know that every answer that I give is a long answer. So I'm sorry for that. Question number 2, what video are you most proud of? Okay, so I think the video that I'm most proud of was my homeschool haul. I did that last year. My sister, who also lives here in Croatia, she is also a homeschooling mom, and she's on her last year actually of homeschooling. Her children are older than mine. And so she unloaded, they were moving, and she had all of these homeschool books. And she's like, take what you want, take it all, take some, whatever you don't take, I'm just getting rid of. And so she also had tons and tons of children's books. And so there were some board books and some chapter books and just the gamut, right? And so I took all of it. I had bags and bags and bags of homeschool books and, you know, just children's books and everything. And so I thought, ooh, I need to do a haul video. It was the first time I'd ever done anything like that before. And so in this video, I show you everything that I got. And the reason why I'm so proud of it, it was the first time I'd ever really edited a video that way, where, you know, I cut out the sound and I sped it up and added some music in the background. And I really played with this video. It was my first real dipping my toe into editing. Now, I will say I am not a good video editor, okay? I play with editing. I don't really do editing very well. So maybe with time I will get better. I don't know. Yeah, so there's that. But I am proud of it because it was the first time I'd ever really done anything like that. I was super excited and I thought it was really great. So, and the video has gotten some fair attention. Okay, so question number 3. Do you struggle with social media? Oh, my word. Okay, if you ask my bestie, who is also a blogger, about my social media, I think first what she's going to do is she's just going to break out into hysterical laughter. Then second, she's going to say, I am the biggest social media experimenter probably out there. I don't do social media. I experiment with social media. And so, this is the trend you'll see with me. And those of you who follow my blog have followed me for a while have been able to track my love-hate relationship with social media. So I will be gung-ho for a platform and then I will get disillusioned with it and walk away. And then I'll feel really disappointed because I used to really love that platform, and I'll come back. And then I'll get frustrated and walk away. And then I'll be like, you know, but I kind of have fun with it. And then I will come back. And that is pretty much how I do social media. Okay, so number 4, what content creators inspire you most? Oh, this is going to be so much fun. Okay, so I have been here for a long time, right? Not actively trying to grow a YouTube platform for a long time, but I have been here for a long time. And I'm sorry for the for the gravelly, for the sniffling. It is the peak of allergy season right now. I've taken my allergy pill and I'm waiting for it to kick in. So I've been here for a long time. I have followed lots of creators, and it's sort of morphed over time from, like, you know, following, you know, music channels a lot to following, you know, some political commentary. And it's really run the gamut. And now, of course, it's homeschool, definitely. But I picked out, I think, 5 or 6 really diverse channels that I follow. So my first one is Simply Living It. She is a homeschool blog or a homeschool YouTuber. She is kind of taking a little bit of a break right now, but she has so much material. She was the first one who really introduced me to reverse record keeping for homeschooling. And I just thank her so much. If I could just go and hug her right now for that, I would just be like, hug her and give her a big bear hug saying, thank you for that, because that totally revolutionized everything for me. So I love Simply Living It. And by the way, any channel that I mention in this video, you're going to find linked in the description below. So be sure to check those links out. The second one is Foundational. I have to give a shout out because that is my dad. My dad is also a blogger and a podcaster. He's a pastor. So you want to check out his channel because he has, I mean, I think his podcast is on already on the 160th episode. So there is so much there that you will find on his channel. So be sure to check him out. How does my dad inspire me? My dad has inspired me my whole entire life. Like I said, he's a pastor. He was my first pastor. For a long time, he was my only pastor. And I just, you know, even still to this day, as advanced in age as I am, I still so honor him and really look up to him. And so, just check out his channel. You'll understand why. Leanne Vogel, she is, all about the keto community. She has a lot of keto advice. I think she was really one of the first keto authors. And also talks a lot about healing your hormones. That is something else that I hope to talk a little bit more about here. I have adrenal fatigue, so I do follow her channel a lot because she really speaks about keto through that prism of women's hormones and healing your hormones. So I really love her channel. And I really, really love her now because she recently, last year, found Jesus Christ and now really sort of talks about all that stuff also through sort of like the prism of her own salvation experience. And so it's so exciting. If you have not listened to her testimony, oh my word, first grab a box of Kleenexes and then sit down and watch her testimony. It will blow you away. It will make you cry. It will make you jump up and shout hallelujah. I mean, it's just amazing. Her testimony is so fabulous. Okay, so the next one that really inspires me is Jean Nantra, and I don't even know if I said her last name right. She and I have been following each other for a long time. And by a long time, I'm talking, I don't know, probably 7 or 8 years. I began following her way back in the blogosphere when we used to do link up parties. I think she linked up to me, and I think that's how I found her. And then we collabed one time on a project, and then she kind of shifted away from what she was doing at that time to doing more ghostwriting and you know, at-home business advice. And oh my word, she is so amazing. First of all, she has the best sense of humor ever. I absolutely love her sense of humor. Second, I absolutely love her accent. I love her. I live for her accent. Third, she has so much great advice about everything, about, you know, running a home business, about becoming a ghostwriter, about writing books, about, you know, investments. I mean, it's just amazing. She is amazing. She is really a great place to go to for all of that kind of advice. I absolutely love her. So I follow her a lot. I listen to most of her podcasts. Amazing. Okay, so the last one is Fearfully Created. She is a lifestyle / homeschool / family YouTuber. And I love her. I mean, first of all, her accent, again, I live for her accent, totally different than G's accent. But she's great. Okay. So what do I love about her? I think the one thing that I love most, if I could pick one thing that I love about Fearfully Created, it is that she is so real. Like, right? You go to her channel, it is not polished. It is not, you know, Photoshop, nothing is airbrushed. It is all just real life happening right there on camera. And I love that. I absolutely love that. I feel like she's so relatable in that way. I mean, her channel is huge. But you don't get that feeling from her. Question number 5, what frustrates you about other content creators? Okay, this is what frustrates me. And I have to say, I'm one of those people that if I don't like something, I just scroll on, right? I'm not going to get, I don't do drama. First of all, I don't like drama in my personal life. So I don't like drama, you know, in my online life at all. I will do everything I can to avoid drama. And so, you know, if somebody posts something, you know, whether it's Facebook or Instagram or YouTube or whatever, if I don't like it, I'm just going to click out of it and scroll on. It's just how I am. But I have to say, if I could say anything that will turn me off to a creator, it's number 1, profanity. I don't use profanity in my own personal life. I don't appreciate profanity Usually if a film or, you know, or a, you know, a TV sitcom or whatever has profanity in it, I will more than likely turn it off. And I don't really appreciate profanity being used by YouTube creators because, number one, I have kids. And so sometimes I, you know, don't use my headphones. I don't always use my headphones when I'm listening. So I don't like to expose them to that needlessly. Also, my kids all love YouTube. I've really had to crack down and say you're allowed to listen to this handful of channels on YouTube, mainly because of that. But also just because I feel like, you know, the English language is so vast that there are so many more words that we can use that, you know, aren't dirty words, right? And that in dirty jokes, you know, or double entendres and things like that. I just don't appreciate that. I really don't. I like to be able to listen to something knowing that I don't have to filter it, knowing that I don't have to be like, kids, go in the other room. Yeah. So that's one thing that really turns me off to content creators. If you use profanity, I probably won't be back. Number 6, what frustrates you about your own content? Oh, I could just say so much about this. I am so hypercritical of myself. It is something that I am really working on fixing in my own personal life because, yes, I can be super critical of myself. So there is a lot really that frustrates me about my content, probably most because I don't have fancy equipment. I feel like there's so much more that I could do if I did have the fancy equipment. But at the same time, that would take so much time because if I had all the fancy equipment, I'd have to use the fancy equipment, and the fancy equipment takes a lot of time, and then YouTube would become a full-time job. And so that sort of moves into the second frustration that I have is time. I don't have a lot of time. So I record on my phone, I use InShot, or I have a program on my laptop, Movavi, however you say it. We say it in my house, Movavi, mostly because we're a bilingual home. And so pretty much A is A anyway for everything. It's not always pretty. It's not always polished. It's almost never pretty and almost never polished. What am I saying? It's just, it is what it is, right? That, and because I tend to be the type of person that's feast or famine. And so, you know, I'll upload tons and tons and tons and tons, and then I'll get all worn out on it and not upload anything for a while. And then I'll just go back to doing tons and tons and tons. That is pretty much how I do a lot of things in my life, feast or famine. So yeah. Number 7, what motivates you to make content? What motivates me to make content is, number 1, the joy of doing it. I really enjoy doing it. I truly enjoy just turning on the camera and just, you know, recording myself with my kids and things. It's what made Periscope so fun for me. I just enjoy jumping on and talking to people and sharing about my life, sharing about what I know. I always found that so much fun. And so I think the joy of doing it is what really motivates me. I think the joy of sharing advice, I think that part is like sort of the teacher part of me, right? I always wanted to be a teacher. And so, you know, that love of teaching led me to be a homeschool mom. It also led to me to being a blog coach for a while. It led me to teach Bible studies because I just love teaching. So we've come to the end of the questions, right? So I'm going to tag 2 smaller creators in this video. The first one I want to tag is Fearlessly Loved. I absolutely love her channel. Her daughter, oh my word, is so precious. So precious. She is a homeschool mom. She's homeschooling her daughter. And just the things that she does with her are so much fun. Okay, so one of her first day of school video, she prepared like a basket of all of the stuff, and they videoed their first day of school, and she got to go through her basket and find all of the fun things. And I was like, oh my word, I wish now I would have done that with my kids. That would have made things so much fun. You know, having the basket on the desk, it makes the first day of school so special. And so I'm like, I might have to do that with my kids next year. I thought that was such a great idea. So she has wonderful ideas like that, so many creative ideas. So you want to go follow her channel. And then also Fashion Farming. I know she's been already tagged before, but I wanted to tag her again because we are starting I wouldn't say a farm, but I'm starting gardening. We've also said, goodness, if meat prices keep going up, we might add chickens. But I love her channel. So she talks a lot about her gardening and different things that she's doing. And so you want to be sure to go check her out. I know I'm going to be definitely living on her channel. Once we get our raised garden boxes done, I'm actually going to be talking about that here pretty soon and talking about something new that's sort of coming up in our family with regards to that. So just dropping that little nugget there, that little breadcrumb. But I'm definitely going to be, like I said, living on her channel when it comes to gardening, because this is going to be really the first time that I've started seriously gardening. I mean, I've planted a few things here and there from time to time, but this is going to be like, you know, legit gardening. And I know this much, that much right there. So I'm going to be needing advice from Fashionly Farming. So be sure to check out those two channels below. If you liked this video, if you had fun with this video, I hope you had fun with this video. I really did, because I had fun doing it, right? So if you like this video, be sure to leave that like, subscribe, ring the bell, do all of the things. Thank you so much for joining me. Be sure to check out all of the creators that are in the description box below. You know, you'll probably find some new people to follow. That's always so much fun. And I will see you back here next time. Bye.